What's up, everybody? Pizzo, Morgan. Last time this year, it's been a fun year, but we had 4 Canadians, Morgan, in Eugene. Prefontaine Classic, AKA the Diamond League Final. And I asked you last week, if you could only watch one event at this Diamond League Final, what would it be? And you said
I think I said the men's 200 meters.
Men's 200 meters. And for so many different reasons, outside of one Andre De Grasse, and maybe he watches Athletics North because Andre De Grasse went out and for the second, event in a row, puts up a season best, and he looked like the Andre De Grasse we've come to know and love.
That's
over the last
confidence
70
right
years.
there.
I texted you as soon as this race was done saying Andre, and you said, wow, your thoughts on what you saw there.
I was watching this race with my wife. Once they hit about 125 meters, I said to my wife, Andre's gonna win. At that point, they were sort of 3 abreast. But Andre just looks so much fresher in terms of like his foot speed, but also it's at the end of a really long season. Bednarik and Knighton, I'm sure they have more races this season. But again, his win wasn't just a function of the other people being tired because the stopwatch doesn't lie. 1976, that's his fastest time, I think, in 2 years. It might be his fastest time since he won the Olympics, and that's a legitimate fast time. Medal contending time, and that's a time, if they tell you that you're gonna run a world final and you can run 1976, you'll take it because most times it'll put you on the podium.
Should mention Aaron Brown's 6th. He went into this thing having the most points among the 200-meter racers, but your thoughts just on his season, what we've seen from Aaron Brown.
Again, he's Mr. Consistency. Aaron Brown has been so consistent for so long. That is quite an accomplishment. Like, who else from the 2012 Olympic final is still out here making Diamond League finals? It's Aaron Brown and I think Johan Blake, and that's it.
You're always there. I mentioned there's 4 Canadians, so let's talk about the other 2. World champion Marco Arreau goes out and finishes 2nd in the Diamond League final. There is a bit of a silver lining. National record, a new Canadian record for Marco Arreau, but it's interesting because
it's a pretty big silver lining.
It's a huge silver lining, and I don't want to diminish a national record.
But
I'm going to ask you right now.
You're going to diminish a national record.
I'm going to diminish it out. No, I'm not going to diminish it out, but I'm going to say this. If you have a choice, Diamond League champion or finish in 2nd place with a national record, which one are you, Morgan Campbell, taking?
There is no choice. You're in a race with the 7 other fastest people in the world. It's not like he lost to me or to you. He lost to Emmanuel Anyonyi, who's very, very, very good, and who, like most years, wins a medal. I can't remember if he won a medal this year, but this guy was a gold medal contender heading into Worlds. And like men's 800 is one of these events. It's not like the Usain Bolt days in the 100 meters when if it was a world final, you knew Usain Bolt was gonna win. These races are a lot more evenly matched. So one time Arreau might win, this time Wanyonyi won. But fastest time ever by a Canadian. So I'm sure his contract with Adidas offers him some money if he breaks a national record. I'm sure he's doing fine. And like, he controlled what he could control, which is the time he ran. Like you can't control Wanyonyi running a little bit faster. So it's not a question of choice because then he also has to tell Wanyonyi to choose to run a little bit slower so that he can have the Diamond League title. It doesn't work that way.
Big silver lining. I just want to know what you wanted to do if you had a choice right there. We have to mention Sarah Minton as well. I mean, we interviewed her at the beginning of the season, and she always has a big smile on her face. She's always so happy. And some people would argue winning and placing will do that to you, and that's exactly what happened here. She finished in 2nd place.
What's the silver lining here, Rob?
The silver. There's so much silver lining. You look at her year. Silver at the World, first Diamond League title. This is the stat that jumped out to me. 14 top 2 finishes in 17 events. Throw that in with the Hammer World Champions from Budapest, and Canada's suddenly a throwing superpower.
Yeah, I know, and I wouldn't have predicted that. And what you find though in Canada, it's not like Kenya, Ethiopia, they're known for distance running. USA can do that with sprinting, Jamaica can do that with sprinting. I don't know that Canada's gonna be like that with throwers like in perpetuity, but there is just a cohort of world-class throwers in Canada hitting their peak at the same time, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
So 4 Canadians in Eugene, 3 of them found the podium, and 1 Diamond League champion. I'd say that was pretty good for the Canadians. Okay, that's the end of the video, but you're not at the finish line yet because we've got plenty more content. And if you want to see it, subscribe to the channel and just look at all the videos you can watch. Morgan and myself, Talking Track.